My name is Aaron, and I'm the guy that makes things out of broken toys and everyday junk. And what am I building this week? It's the spaceship from Red Dwarf. It's a TV show, British mainly. If you haven't seen it, Google it. It's quite fun. It's a comedy show with a group of people zipping around the universe. So yeah, now this build... Sorry, I'm going to have to backtrack for a minute. This video has already been out once, but it was copyright striked and all sorts, so I've had to take it down and take the music off and redo the voiceover. And the reason why that Spider-Man link just came up then is because you need to go check out his video of how he put lights into this build that I'm building right now. It's kind of confusing, but hey, we're going to get there. Stick with it. Now, like I said, Red Dwarf was a TV show from Britain. I'm telling you this because you probably didn't Google it. It ran for a fair few years as well, and I'm pretty sure it reached an American audience as well. Anyway, let's get back to the build. I'm cutting shapes out of cardstock first before I start breaking out the styrene, which is there in my grubby little hands. The reason why I'm doing the templates in cardstock first is because styrene is quite expensive, so I need to get this done right, and that includes doing proper measurements, which, as if you're a subscriber to the channel, you know I don't do. So not only is this build taxing, it's also technical, because I have to get these shapes kind of like spot on with the measurements. So here we go. You know, I keep repeating myself, but this build does scare me because, like I said, I have to get all these shapes correct, because if one is out slightly, it's just gonna bugger everything up. Also, I had to design this spaceship so it could be taken apart fully, so then Spider-Man could get his grubby little fingers inside the spaceship to plant all the lights. Now, if you're watching this after watching Spider-Man first, then you already know he's got his grubby hands in there, but it's how we got to that stage is this video. I told you it's confusing. I've confused myself. What day of the week is it? So anyway, I've made a nose cone, just using the styrene, using the extra thin cement because it kind of welds the styrene together. There we go. Half-life vibes on that nose cone, I do believe. Now the nose cone is done, I just need to greeble it up, which means lots of sprues and bits and pieces. Now, I've already seen Spider-Man's part 2 video to this part 1 video, so I know what he's going to say about all this, but, you know, what can I say? Greeblies are greeblies, and he spotted a few which he thought were Lego, but they weren't. They were light Lego, i.e. knockoff Lego. I really wish I'd made some notes before doing this voiceover, but I do apologise. So what I'm doing now is, because I know he needs to get into the nose cone, I'm cutting out a hole in the back bit for the nose cone. And the added beauty of using styrene is it just pops out, and there is the hole in the back of the nose cone, so Spider-Man can get in there and put lots of little pretty lights. Oh dear, it looks like my ruler was slightly wonky. That's okay, I can use the X-Acto knife just to trim away the bit of styrene that happens to be out of sync with everything else. Not bad measurements here. So I'm just going to work out how to do the rest of the spaceship. 4 inches, which for you ladies is 8 inches. Yeah, because us men know everything about measurements. The reason why I made the spaceship slightly stubby is simply because I knew there was going to be a bit of weight at the back, which meant that it would pull away from the magnets once the magnets are attached. So that's why I did it at this length. As you can see, I'm applying a dab of super glue where the magnet is going to go. Try and make that magnet a little bit more stronger, I'm going to throw some baking soda onto the weld with a bit more super glue, so hopefully they will all stay into place. But once I've got all these magnets in place, I'm then going to put one of the side panels on, and hopefully that will stick to the magnet. So to make sure that the side piece stays on, I'm going to put a strip on there first and then line up that panel with the nose cone. Yeah, I know, I'm genius. I am a genius. It's only because I've been watching BP Customs when he's doing his styrene builds. So I waited a while and prayed to the gods, and look what they gave me. A side piece that comes off and on, and yeah, it sticks on. So the idea and working principle is sound. So let's get cracking with everything else. You know, sometimes I astonish myself with my sheer brilliance. So that's one side, and that's the second side. And look what happens, they pull away. So Spider-Math, you will be able to get your grubby little hands into all this spaceship. Nearly dropped it and smashed it on. So I just need 3 more sides now, so let's get cracking. Code word time. I'm going to put a cheeky little code word in here. If you want to leave a comment, use this code word as the start, so I know you got here before skipping, and the code word is Smeghead. And don't forget to like and subscribe as well. Thanks very much. So while you were away, I noticed that these corner things were letting some light in, so they had a bit of gaps because, you know, the ruler is not fully straight. So I'm just covering them up just to give the sides a little bit more strength, and wouldn't you know it, there's one side, there is the other. Wow. Yeah, I'm so pleased with this because I didn't think I could. Oh, hang on. Yeah, there we go. I really should number these as well, shouldn't I? Anyway, just the bottom bit and then the back bit to go. So let's get cracking. Now, I did this bit off screen because there was a lot of swear words and stuff like that, so I didn't bother filming. Now, does it go? Yeah, no. Yeah, I forgot to number them. I still have yet to number everything, but right, how is that? That goes, no. Okay, it's got to go there. Yes. No, it goes, oh my god. Oh, here we go. Right, there we go. In. Gotta number them. So this is, oh, see that little bit there? That connects to that bit there for a better connection at the back, because there was a slight gap at the back as well. Hey, look, this is my first time on a technical build, alright? So, you know, these things you have to work out because it's styrene, but look at that. It's solid. Solid as a rock. Yeah. Not quite. Anyway, just the back end to fill in now, and then we're off to the races. Well, actually, we're off to greebling everything up. When I put the back on, I had to make sure that it wasn't going to stick to anything else, so that bit was a bit tense, and now it's the greebly times. So what I noticed on the actual model from the TV show was that they had some panels like this. So that's what I'm just doing. I'm just going to cut out some panels, and well, I cut out 3 panels, 4, 5. I cut out a lot of panels, all right? Yeah, it was very taxing on my fingers. It hurt my fingers. So those styrene strips are going to go all the way around the spaceship, but I'll spare you so you can see that and that. The reason why they're there is simply because of what I'll be putting on later on. It's just to make sure that it doesn't hit the join, which is the join that you take apart, if that makes sense. Okay, so this is the like Lego stuff, which we make great greeblies, you know, like connectors and stuff like that. I'll just sand them down, chop some of these little nubs off there, because they make nice little greebly things. So yeah, you're going to see a grown man saw into this, and there we go, all that effort just for those. So I had loads of them. I also had some styrene tubing that, well, it's not tubing, it's actually, what do you call it, like architrave? Yeah, anyway, I got some styrene strips, and I'm going to cut some of them down and stick them onto this spaceship as well. There's a dramatic shot of me cutting some styrene rod that is going to get put on each of the corners of the nose cone. That will stop the light seeping through. I'll also paint the inside of the spaceship black, again just to try and stop any lightage going through. And now it's just a matter of greebling up the spaceship with bits and pieces of styrene and the greeblies. I know I keep talking about it, but it is going to happen, and there it is. What I did first was I started off with the styrene, just did little bits of squares and cut-offs and stuff like that. Just went all the way around the spaceship. Then once I was happy with the styrene, it was in with the light Lego pieces and other little bits and pieces that I have no idea where I got them from, but I think they look cool on the spaceship, and that's what the nose cone looks like. So I have the rest of the spaceship to go, which is going to be fun. Yay! Can't wait. I think this entire process took a good couple of hours, and when I say a couple, you're probably talking about 4-5 hours in total, just to try and work out where everything went. I know it just doesn't look like you're working out stuff, but when you're putting greeblies down, you've got to try and put them down properly, and for them to sort of make sense. And in Spider-Math's video, which I hope you go watch after you've watched this one, he actually spots I put a little laser in at the side of the spaceship where the boulders are going. Oh, did I not tell you that this spaceship has boulders? That's coming shortly. But before the boulders, what I need is some columns, and again I'm using this like Lego stuff to make a column that is going to get attached right there. Now I've got to be careful, because when it gets sat down I don't want it to be leaning either side, so I just need to make sure that these columns, that's what there we go. That's what I meant. So I need to make sure that they're not hanging over the overhang. If all this makes sense, please do leave a like, because yeah, it was, like I said, technical. If only my fingers could work this fast when I'm doing greeblies on spaceships. So there is all the sides. There's one side that still needs doing, and that's this side, and it's the boulder side. Now in the Red Dwarf TV show, this spaceship had boulders in the side of the spaceship, which was basically, because it was a mining spaceship, they were mining stuff from these asteroids that they collected. Now also in the TV show, we always thought that the asteroids had smashed into the spaceship, but it turned out it was a mining spaceship. So long story short, to make these boulders I need some XPS foam. I do believe this is about 5 mil thick, 5-6 mil thick, 10 mil, I don't know. And then I'm just going to get the correct size and then chop them down to look like boulders. And the way I do it is I just get a stabby knife and stab, as long as you're not stabbing your fingers, away at the XPS foam until you get something that resembles a stone. And then for texture, a bit of tin foil, scrunch that up, and then run that ball of tin foil all the way around the boulder to give it more texture. Done and done. I know there's another way that I use, which is put this sort of stuff into a tub with rocks in and then give it a good shake for 5-10 minutes, but that's the quietest way that I know how to make texture on XPS foam. And then using hot glue is just stick it onto the side, and that is one half of a boulder, and there is the second boulder. So that's the nose cone done, that's all the sides done, and the boulders done. I just need to add some more greeblies in with the boulder side, and it comes to look like this. So all I've got left is the back bit to do and the nose cone, which I will get round to very shortly. But for now, look at this. Look at how I made, looks like a house actually. Anyway, that is a lid from a detergent bottle that is just going to get stuck down. I used some EVA foam just around the sides to hide that it was a bottle lid. And that's going to get placed just slightly under the lip, because if you remember, the top half of this spaceship comes apart, so I needed to make sure that that didn't stick the spaceship together. So Mod Podge, I'm going to just go over the XPS foam, so when I hit this with a rattle can of black, it doesn't disintegrate the XPS foam. So I did that. Also did the EVA foam just to make sure that the paint set on there, and then it was onto the nose cone while that lot dried. I'm just marking out where the BBQ sticks are going to go on the bit of styrene. As you can see there, look there, there's the dots, and I'm just going to drill the holes now, just to get the BBQ sticks in. And yes, I did poke my finger once or twice doing this, and yes, it did hurt as well, but you can't hear what I call that pin vise. Here is me testing that the BBQ stick actually fits, and it does. Just need to cut it down because I thought they were a little bit too long, a little bit too bland as well, but I'll rectify that shortly. So to make sure that the BBQ sticks are going to stay in place, a bit of super glue and then some baking soda, and that is what you have. It's the nose cone. Now I'm just going to trim all the excess of the BBQ sticks from the back, because I'm going to stick some magnets on this, because like I said, Spider-Man has this spaceship now. Ooh, coffee time. Nespresso stirrers. These are plastic stirrers. I took a handful when I was being demonstrated the latest Nespresso machine. I haven't been barred from them yet because they didn't realise I was taking all these sticks, but I'm going to sand these sticks down and then stick them onto the barbecue stick. So while all that dries, it's onto the painting of the spaceship. So I'm just hitting it with a red. Now because I primed it black, I want some of the black to show through, so I will do it a couple of coats, but I need it to look like it's had some wear and tear while it's been out in space. So it's going to look patchy, and that's not because I'm a bad painter. Well, yes, alright, I am a bad painter, but it was intentional, these sort of like black street lines. So that's what I'm doing now. And as you can see, the model still comes apart very nicely, so it's really easy for me to paint all the different sections. So yeah, so this bit was kind of dull and boring, but a necessity because this is what the colour of the spaceship is. Once I'm happy with the paint, I'll put that to a side and then start the back end of the spaceship. So I'm just going to spray that again. I'm going to leave the actual jet inside of the jet slightly black, and I put a bar in there for some reason. I think it was a reference photo that I'd seen, but Spider-Man makes a reference to that in his video, so I do apologise about that. I hit the asteroids with a grey, and then using a black wash just let that seep down and go into all the cracks and crevices. And then I left Spider-Man a little message, because this isn't coming back to me, this is going back to the UK and is staying with Spider-Man. So I just thought, you know, it would be nice to leave him a little message. Oh, and I think I made a reference earlier. I just want to clarify, Spider-Man, you don't have chubby hands, you have beautiful manly hands, so please don't sue me. So just finishing off writing the little message inside the spaceship before it's time to make sure that everything fits. and I'm a bit apprehensive because it's been a while since I made sure everything fitted and this spaceship looked okay, but hey, let's go. So, time of truth. Okay, so this is the $1 million thing. So the roof goes on, the side panel goes on, yes, there we go, yeah, there we go, and then the nose cone, which I did number, just need to, come on Aaron, pull your big boy pants up, there we go, oh, snaps into place, only the nose cone to go, come on, can you do it, can you do the hat trick, glamour shots,